Hello and welcome. You're watching Q News, and here are the top stories for this hour. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation has suspended operations, citing direct threats from Hamas. That's according to the US and Israel-backed group. The organization had planned to reopen 2 aid centers in Rafah on Sunday, but its earlier announcement was removed from Facebook. The aid initiative, supported by the US and Israel, has drawn criticism. UN Secretary General's spokesman called the plan a recipe for disaster earlier this week. The death toll in Gaza's conflict has reached 54,880, with 126,227 injured since October 7, 2023. The Health Ministry reported in the past 24 hours alone at least 108 Palestinians were killed and 393 injured in Israeli attacks across Gaza. Since Israel broke the ceasefire in March, 4,603 Palestinians have been killed and more than 14,000 injured. Meanwhile, the Gaza Health Ministry has warned that hospitals in the besieged enclave could become graveyards within 48 hours due to a severe fuel shortage. Director Munir al-Bursh said that the Israeli blockade preventing fuel entry is cutting off the lifeline to hospitals. Alongside fuel shortages, there is a critical lack of medicines and medical supplies. Al-Bursh also called for immediate entry of the stranded WHO trucks near the Palestinian Rafah border crossing. He added that despite emergency plans, Gaza's healthcare system is now overwhelmed. He urged international organizations to act swiftly to break the siege and prevent humanitarian disaster. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, has warned that while an estimated 300 million nappies are sold worldwide daily, families in Gaza are facing a severe shortage. UNRWA emphasized that a steady supply of essential items such as diapers, soap and wipes is vital for the survival and health of children. The agency called for the restoration of a steady humanitarian supply chain to ensure babies in Gaza receive the care they need. In other news, Iranian intelligence has reported it obtained a large cache of sensitive Israeli documents, including thousands related to Israel's nuclear project. State media announced that the documents were acquired some time ago but were kept under wraps until they were securely transported and reviewed. Israeli authorities have not commented, and it remains unclear whether the documents are linked to a reported hacking of an Israeli nuclear research center last year. The disclosure comes amid heightened tensions over Iran's nuclear program and ongoing threats from the US administration. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has condemned the recent Russian attacks on Kharkiv, stating they are not retaliatory but are intended to bring complete destruction of life. He emphasized that Russian forces focus on military infrastructure and looting valuable resources in occupied territories. The Ukrainian military reported that Russia launched 206 drones, 2 ballistic missiles and 7 other missiles overnight. In the evening, Russian aircraft again attacked Kharkiv with guided bombs. Zelensky reflected on over 11 years of conflict with Russia, saying the war has only brought ruins and death to Ukraine. And to the United States now, where President Donald Trump has praised the National Guard for its response to 2 days of unrest in Los Angeles following federal immigration raids. President Trump praised the National Guard for its response to 2 days of the violence and unrest in LA, attributing the situation to failed leadership by California's Democratic officials. He also announced a new restriction, saying that masks will no longer be permitted at protests. The protests, which began on Friday, erupted in response to aggressive immigration enforcement actions, fueling tensions in the heavily Hispanic city. And that's our top stories for this hour. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates here on Q News.